Hey, what's up, guys? This is Church of Caboose, and for today's Destiny 2 video, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of information of some things in the Shattered Throne, particularly if you're trying to do the Wish Ender quest, or just interact with the statue on this the Shattered Throne that aren't working quite right. And a little update on a particular token for Wish Ender that I had not noticed in the past. But before we get too far into this, if you guys enjoy my content, want to keep more up to date with Destiny guides, information, opinions, Trials of Osiris, all that good stuff, then feel free to subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, click the like button. Alright, so I was helping a clanmate to do his Wish Ender, which was convenient for me, because I had a character that had those tokens, and for whatever reason, I can't delete them, and so I was like, hey, I'll just help you get Wish Ender, and let's just crank this thing out, and just have a good old time. So my wife and this other guy and I were going through, and we noticed a couple of interesting little bugs with some, I guess mechanics of getting one of the tokens to spawn, as well as, I guess, the statue at the very end. And the inspiration for this video was we saw nothing on Reddit. We saw tons of Reddit posts being like, hey, stuff isn't working, and we only saw one post with a solution, so I thought I would make a video and just let you guys all know what to expect when you're doing the Shattered Throne, especially if you're going for Wish Ender. So if you're not familiar with the Wish Ender quest, I'll just explain real briefly what I'm talking about with these tokens. In order to get the Wish Ender, you have to first do the Shattered Throne, you do another little mission thing, and then it gives you tokens once you've completed that mission thing. Then you have to come back into the Shattered Throne and spawn in a couple of special bosses by picking up relics and putting them into the different statues, and that is what I'm talking about with tokens. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, I will try to have a link to Cactus's video on Wish Ender down below, so that way you guys are more knowledgeable on the tokens. However, they did not make this video around the time where we were having this game crashing bug happen, and no one seemed to mention something I noticed with getting the last token from that ogre that here at the very end that I thought I would share with you guys. So that is the whole purpose of this video, is just to kind of save you guys a little bit of time and maybe some frustration. So the first bug, if you will, has to do with the very last token required in order to get Wish Ender. Basically, in order to get this token, you have to first get a whole bunch of buffs, 4 buffs from a wizard. You kill a wizard, pick up its relic, and you have to get 4 of those relics, and you slam, one person has to slam onto one of those glowing pillars around the main boss dude in the center of the arena, at which point the Minotaur will then spawn. That is the bug, and that's what happens. Originally, from all the stuff I could find, because I was looking up guides due to it having been a while since I had done my Wish Ender for the first time, no one had mentioned having to take down the ogre's shield from the videos that I had seen. And we took us a little bit to figure it out, and then one of my teammates was Lightfire down there, you can see on screen, looked it up, was like, oh my gosh, we have to first take down the ogre's shield. I don't know if this is a new thing or not. So if you're doing the ogre and you're trying to get to that token, and maybe you're getting a little bit frustrated because the Minotaur is not spawning, which is invisible, by the way, and will spawn the area I'm currently at on screen, all you have to do is slam those 4, I guess, relic things. Once you've got that buff times 4, someone slams on one of those pillars, the shield comes down, then run back to the front or the exit of the room, if you will, and that is where the Minotaur will spawn, and hopefully that helps save you guys a little bit of frustration. We had to wipe a couple of times, and it was really annoying, and once you figured it out, or I guess found the answer, it's like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. So then all you got to do from there is kill the ogre, and you are done with all of your tokens, and you get to go to the statue. Note, do not, at the statue, do not walk up and hold X for examine when you're looking at the statue's front. So if you're looking at the statue and you can see their face and it says examine, do not hold X. It has crashed our game every single time. Myself and the other guy, Lightfire, and this fire team, every time we walked up and held X for examine, our game froze. We had to quit out and come back in. Thankfully, if you do make this mistake or have made this mistake, and that's why maybe you're looking for a video, you can still get Wish Ender when you load back in. Just hopefully someone in your fire team didn't hold X, because my wife didn't need it, so she didn't do it. So she just stayed by the statue. We loaded in, and then when I show you the solution, I still got Wish Ender. I thought with leaving out of that instance, I would have lost my token progress and no longer be able to get Wish Ender. That's not how it worked. So don't freak out if you have to quit out of your game and reload back in. As long as someone is there in that instance, you can load back on them as the fire team leader and still get the Wish Ender. So what should you do to not crash your game? And I'll show you real quick with some gameplay. Alright, so after having to quit and restart my game a couple of times, we ended up finding a solution somewhere on the internet, and that is where we discovered that Bungie was in fact aware that the statue, if you hold X when you're looking at her face, like where the candles are at, as you will see here on screen shortly, that your game gets crashed and you have to completely restart, but there has not been a fix put out yet. There are plenty of posts about telling Bungie about the issue, and only one with a solution. So here you go. All you gotta do is walk around back, talk to her butt. You'll see collect loot. Collect your loot, and that is what you have to do. If you talk to the front of the statue again by all those candles, that will make your game crash and restart. It happened to my teammate and I 2 or 3 times in a row, so I'm pretty sure it's like a permanent thing that will happen every single time you talk to the front of her as opposed to the back. So hopefully Bungie fixes this soon, so that way maybe full fire teams aren't getting crashed and having to redo the whole Shattered Throne over and over and over. Alright guys, I really hope this video helped y'all out with some updates to the Shattered Throne. I'm sure Bungie will fix this as soon as they feel like it, and I hope you guys are able to, I guess, save some exacerbation and get through this Shattered Throne and get your loot as quickly as possible. Thank you guys all so much for watching. If you feel like it, I have a link down below for a new ambassador thing I got. This video is not sponsored by Raze Energy Drinks. I just recently got an ambassador deal with them due to some other stuff I do on the internet, and that's an option for you guys all to check out. The link that is for that down below. Alright guys, I am Church of Caboose. Have a great week and happy grinding, y'all.